You're the Prat. Salman's the Prat. And football we're finished into... Oh, I don't know what that's all about. The time of kickoff is in half an hour. It's at 35. What's the matter? Got stuck in your jet. Oh. Go and watch a bit of Batman. Pogba has become the fruit seller in Mallorca, says Subragosh. We don't need him right now, but he keeps on coming in our thoughts. And you can change to Do Not Disturb by clicking on status. It's one of the options. Okay, I'll have a look at that. I am the Pokemon guy. And... do not disturb on status. If you could point me towards where you do that, we could probably get Flex back on, to be fair. Also, Ollie should give Fosu Mensah to rest Matic around 65 to 70 minutes. I'd like to see Fosu Mensah given a chance. And on Discord, go to the bottom left and click on your profile picture, turn on Do Not Disturb option, and you won't hear any more sounds.
You'd feel that Liverpool were in better shape, but the games are so unpredictable at times because...
I don't know what was going on there. That was on Discord as well. Weird. I don't know what's going on with my Discord. Anyway, welcome to the members club, Bridget Olsen and Zenix999. Could be the cynic in me, yet Fred, McSauce and Pogba being dropped for tonight's game. Does that mean we'll be starting versus Everton, says Salah Ahmed. I really, really hope not. And Solskjaer was known as the Tinkerman during his time at Cardiff and got sacked for it. He doesn't seem to have learned his lesson, says Anjan. And Fabrizio and Ollie isn't going anywhere yet. Is this the beginning of the end for Ollie? Typically always starts with backing the current manager, says Usman Javed. I think at the end of the day... I spoke about this morning. I don't see a way where Ollie is going to get the sack at Manchester United. I just don't. I think that we are in a situation where he's not going to get that, and in that sense, you know, you've got to be focused on. Privacy settings. I know, but I'm trying to. Oh, it was you'd left yours open. That's why. I'm trying to figure out how to put Do Not Disturb on. Somebody told me how to do it, but nobody can hear you at the moment. But it's still doing it again. Yeah, but then I'm doing the whole bloody stream on my own. This is why I would like to get it. I'd like to get it done. It says I'm in the bottom right hand corner on my user profile, and I can't see how you do it. It's just that's all I can hear all the time. Yeah, when you talk, it just goes blip, 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 blip. It's so fucking annoying, but I can't find where the privacy settings are. This game, Twan will save Harry M like Lindelof done in my games. Why not Lindelof and Twan? And Mark, can you call my best friend Liam a Pratt, says PJ Pennington. Van Persie asked why we're good in the Champions League and not the league. His first words were, everyone says Maguire is good on the ball, but he hasn't been so far. I turned after that Jurassic Park analysis. Oh, it's so annoying, this is. Well, apparently there's a Do Not Disturb option, but I just don't know where it is. You'd think it would be a lot easier than this. User settings. But where are user settings? Click on your profile picture. It says DSD. I'm doing that. I'm clicking on my account. Remember, I'm on the desktop, everybody. Can you hear me now? No. Oh, man, I'm just going to have to quit it. I'm wasting too much time. Bloody annoying, though. Hello? Hello?
Right. On your desktop,
Yeah.
bottom left corner, you've got your little image, yeah?
Well, I don't know.
What you should do, it should say United Stand.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then you hit that, hit your little green dot by your picture, and just hit Do Not Disturb. And that's it.
I've done it. Can you hear me, Flex? I don't know whether he's there now.
By the way, that's it.
Can you hear me, Flex? Well, maybe if I've put do not disturb, he can't hear me now.
No, you should be able to. Or the other way. You hit the little cog on user settings.
Oh, he's not in there now.
Notification.
If he comes back in,
Yeah.
we're sorted now. We're back now. After all that, we're all that.
Sorry. I'll leave it. Bye.
All right, mate. Cheers for that. Solved it again.
That was so easy as well.
Because
Why didn't someone just put that in the comments?
the tossers. Right, you talk about the team now. Then come on. We figured it out.
Oh, for God's sake, my phone's ringing. What's going on? Jordy's ringing me now. He can't hear him live.
Just don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. Super chat. Strawty equals Alfred calling from the back cave, says Joshua. Yes, he always solves it. And Magic Eye says, Mark, it's very simple. Ollie didn't expect to go far in the Champions League, so he takes risks in the Premier. He's terrified, so he plays safe. And also, we've got, hi, Mark, it's good to see he's stuck to the diamond. It works with the right players. Hope he finds consistency, says J-Deep. And Mark, I think Bruno will be right centre midfield on diamond with Mata at cam, as Mata has not got the legs to do box to rocks. Do you agree with this change? We'll see, Salah Ahmed. But that's something I was talking about, Flex, really. He hasn't got the players to play box to box. To play wingers anymore. So people seem to be a bit surprised that we're playing with the diamond. But he hasn't got wingers, you know. So I think he's got to persist with this. And I would have been really disappointed if he'd moved away from it because of his... the reason the diamond didn't work against Arsenal is because he picked bloody McTominay, not because it didn't work. We saw it work against Leipzig.
Yeah, but I think seeing it work against Leipzig and then seeing it work against Arsenal, I think it's a bit different. I do agree that McTominay was in the wrong position and so was Fred. They should have swapped. But I'm not actually 100% sold that that meant we would have definitely got a better result. We might have had a bit of more balance. But if you think about it, what I'm seeing is no matter what formation, whether it's the diamond, whether it's the 3-5-2, it only works against teams that have the ball. It only works against teams that actually are better than us. So when we play Man City away, they dominate possession. When we play PSG away, when we played Leipzig, who dominated the ball, who wanted to come on to us, I'm seeing our formations work against those teams, whether it's 4-2-3-1, 5 at the back, or like you said, the diamond. The diamond worked against PSG in the second half, but I think that worked because we given ourselves a basis and sussed them out, and then thought actually we can actually go for the throws. It worked against Leipzig for me because of the way Leipzig play. It suited us because after we scored after 20 minutes, they were very dominant. And we just had to sit in our shape and kind of pick them off, and then they kind of capitulated, and there was just holes everywhere. But against the Arsenal side, I'm not saying that Arsenal are better than us, but they play in a different way. They didn't dominate the ball. They didn't keep coming at us. So really, I'm not even really sure it's to do with the diamond. I think it's to do with we can't break teams down who are more reserved against us. We can only have a go at teams who really stick it on us. That's my thing.
Yeah. Jake97 says, hey Mark, should our fullbacks be more aggressive overlapping? Could it be great, create more service for our forwards, also pulling defenders out of position? Well, I mean, it's an interesting point because the the team that we picked again, the team that finished the season so well last year, a big part of that was that we played with Luke Shaw and Aaron Wan-Bissaka both spent a lot of their time on the edge of the box, so they can do it. And look, you know what? Luke Shaw put a good cross in against Arsenal. Harry Maguire did a crap header. There was he nearly scored against Leipzig. So look, he's not Telles. He's not Telles, and we shouldn't think he's Telles because he's not. But he can get forward, Luke Shaw. He's probably one of the most energetic players that we've got. And until Telles gets fit, I'm more than happy that he plays. Just a quick give you a bit of a heads up for the team that is playing against us, which is Istanbul.
Skirtle as well.
Skirtle plays, Raphael plays, and Demba Ba plays as well. I forgot what the name of their good player is. I did write it down. Visca, that was it. He's playing as well, so watch out for him. He is their number 7, which is makes it easy for us. Watch out for Istanbul's number 7. But they only lost 2-0 to PSG, and they only lost 2-0 to Leipzig, so they could give us a game. Our defenders against Arsenal were so slow in getting the ball forward, it attracted unnecessary press. Hope Twansebi can remedy that, says Joel Goldbridge. I mean, Ollie in, and that's because he plays people that play for the shirt like McTominay and Fred, unlike Bruno and Pogba, who are there for the paycheck. Good wind-up, Billy. We won't be responding to that. Looking forward to the game. Donny Masterclass incoming, says Joseph Tyrrell. Hopefully Twansebi can put in another great performance. My new United Stand merch arrived right in time for the game today. Nice one, Joseph. And PSTSW, thank you for the super chat there. And yeah, I mean, look, I think that why can't you and Flex have the show together under the game? What are you talking about, Cosmos? Thanks for the super chat. I don't know what you're on about. Yeah, I mean, should we? I don't think we should disrespect Istanbul too much. I know that it's their first time in the Champions League, but they're not terrible. I would sort of probably put them. I think they'd probably give Southampton a good game. I think they're probably that sort of a level, a lower Premier League half team. I think so. They're not a Championship level side at all. They're a decent side.
No, yeah, they'll be able to play. That game was sort of highlights. That game was 0-0 for quite a while against PSG.
Yeah.
So they were giving them a good game, but obviously yeah they've lost 2. So we've got to be at it. We can't. That's what I mean. I didn't think Ollie would. I knew it would be a mixture of players today. I didn't think Ollie would fling out the resis like what we were doing in Carabao Cup last year, where you got your Fosu Mensahs in there, and you had your Andreas Pereiras coming in, you had your Dan James coming in, you had Igalo coming in, Williams. Do you know what I mean? It isn't that. So I think he's gone with the right strength of team. 100%. It's a very strong team. It's and because we don't really know what our starting team is, you can say it's our first team. We don't know. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, who's missing from that? It's only De Gea missing. And
I think against a better team, as we said, you'd probably have to take Mata out and put Fred or McTominay.
Yeah. So there's only a few. I mean, there's only about 3 or 4 players. The rest are players that you would have starting anyway. Do you know what I mean? Or in Van der Beek is the player we want to start. So, yeah, you definitely can't accuse Ollie of taking this team lightly or not taking it seriously or thinking he's made it because he's beat the 2 difficult teams in the group.
United Arena says, I'm just touching in now. United Arena is a good account on Twitter who does talk
big up United Arena.
Talk quite a lot of tactics. He says, this is a midfield diamond with Mata and Van der Beek on the sides. In the case of it being a 4-2-3-1, then Fernandes will drop into the pivot. There's a high amount of technical quality with Van der Beek, Mata and Martial. It should be comfortable. There you go. So that's interesting. Hey Mark, I just received the 5 Cantonage jumper. The quality is stunning. $30 is a steal, and the delivery was fast. Be rocking it this Sunday, says Chris. Yeah, that's a Christmas jumper, that is, Chris. So suits you, Chris for Christmas. I don't know why, but I feel very confident before our Champions League matches, be it PSG, Leipzig or today. The same never happens in the league, says Surab. The inconsistency in this team goes back to LVG and Jose. We have decent players to at least be consistent. I hope that Ollie finds it, because if not, it's in his head. It'll be good to see Alex with Maguire. That was from Ricardo Velez. Also, Mark and Flex, Ollie is always saying it's not about formation rather than energy. We are playing with. What are your thoughts? We'll come back to that. Do you think if Ollie had better coaches, we would see more from this squad? Says Habib. Yeah, of course, better coaches, better play, innit? Mark, why don't you make, for one evening, your green screen as the Oval Office, says Amy Assi. And thanks for that, Drev. I mean, a lot of people are talking about this, and I think it's good to hear. that people are like really looking forward to this game, really like that team, but they're not getting carried away about Everton's still a really big game, and also there's this real expectation that even if we won 10-0 tonight, he'll change the team for the Everton game, and that's why I still am very angry about what happened with the manager on Sunday. I'm still not over it. I've had a lot of people going, "Oh, you're definitely Ollie out." I'm not Ollie out. You can tell me I'm Ollie out. I don't care. I'm not Ollie out. I'm Ollie angry. But I still think he can get it right. And I think if the team plays well tonight, and you add Fred where Mata is, and you take that same team to Everton and De Gea in goal, that team can go and win. But you know what he's going to do on Saturday. Twansebi will be out. Lindelof will be back in, which, in my opinion, weakens us straight away.
That will happen.
I think McTominay and Fred will probably start, and Matic and Mata will come out. Pogba will probably start, and Van der Beek will get left out. And we'll make 4 or 5 changes again. And that is where he's going wrong. He's just got to pick his strong team.
He does. But the problem is, Mark, is that he doesn't know what it is. Like, we can see certain things and we've got different ideas and we're like, okay, cool, try this, try that. Because even as fans, we're saying try this, try that. Like I was saying on Instagram Live earlier, we've gone from saying play the 4-3-3, put Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, Pogba all in the same team, do it. Got spanked for 3 games, went into the international break. Then we were like, no, go defensive, got to put McTominay and Fred in there or play more conservative. Yeah, do that. Then we did all right. Then it was, we're playing against PSG. Yeah, back 5 will do. Yeah, do that. Then we done a bit of a diamond against PSG. Then we're like, actually, yeah, diamond's the way forward. Then we played the diamond against Arsenal. Okay, cool. McTominay and Fred were the wrong way round. But still, I still don't think we were great even away from that. And now we're going...
I'll be back in a minute, Flex. 1 minute.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I feel like we're back to square one again. And I know people might say, it's reactionary. When I say square one, I mean in terms of, well, what's our best team? Because Ollie definitely doesn't know what it is. We don't know what it is. We want to keep changing it every week too from what we're seeing. And that's the thing that's annoying me because we haven't got a clue. And Ollie's been there 2 years and we still don't know. So for me, there has to be some consistency there. If either he needs to pick a team and go with it. Just go with it. Give it a chance to build because at the moment the balance seems off. And then if you look at the substitutions he was making against Arsenal, they were like desperate. Like the way we were moving players, square pegs and round holes. There was no continuity in that. And in the end, even Gary Neville was like, I don't know what Man United are playing. I don't know what formation.
Well, it was interesting at the weekend the way. Look, I don't necessarily agree with a lot of what the class of '92 say. I think they're obviously very pro Ollie and very pro Carrick, and I get that. They're mates. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. You're always going to look out for your mates where you can. That's the way it is. Personally, I look out about Manchester United. I'm not going to take any preferential treatment. I love Martial. I love Bruno. If they had 10 crap games, I'd say drop them. I'm not going to be loyal to players over the club. But it was interesting that both those people said, well, Ollie, Neville said after 5 minutes you could see it wasn't working with McTominay, and Scholes said McTominay and Fred were basically like 2 centre backs. So they, even they knew at the weekend that Ollie got that wrong, and I think that he's got to start. That's where he's going wrong for me. He's got to start seeing these things because fans can see football just as good as an ex-player can, and at the moment he's just making some basic mistakes. But look, I'm not on the Ollie out train, so when he puts a team like he has done tonight out, then that for me is like, that's where my hope resides. But, I think you've said it this week as well. That hope is starting to run out because reality has started to bite when you have a good result and then you change it so much and you have such a bad result. And we've seen this for the last 2 years.
Exactly. That's what I mean, Mark. Like, I don't want to start getting into a negative frame of mind or a negative rut as a fan, but I'm always willing to be in a realistic frame of mind. And realistically, yeah, he's picked the team that we want to see today. And if we go on and win well, great. We should commend the players that played well, big them up for this isolated game, but not get too carried away. We've been here loads of times before. We've just come from some of the ultimate ecstasy in beating PSG and Leipzig. But what did it mean for us? What did it mean for us in the league? It didn't mean shit. It didn't. It really didn't. So until I see some serious consistency across the board, not in isolated moments, not in one-off big games, not against just the big team that comes to town where we're actually the smaller team because we're not as good as them. So we play different tactics. When I see us have convincing results over a consistent period of time, that's when I'll start saying, yeah, we're on the right trajectory. Because right now, I feel we're staying stagnant. Like, for whatever reason, some people say it's all down to Ollie. Some people say, no, that's not fair. It's just the board. That's cool. We can get into that argument or discussion about the real reasons why. But I won't void Ollie of his part of it for sure, because we know the owners. We can only talk about the owners so far. They're not going anywhere. We're in the middle of the season, we're at the start of the season, and it's about results. It's about the team he's picking and how they're not playing very well. And I'm just saying that we are not regressing massively, but we are stagnating. And sometimes stagnation is worse than regression.
Definitely. Sean Miller says it's madness in the US. I need some positivity today with a big win. Can you and Flex say happy birthday for my 21st? You guys are the goats. Happy birthday to Sean Miller. Man.
Happy birthday, Sean. 21st, big man.
I hope you get what you want. I mean, I don't want to predict, but I presume you want Bidden. I don't know. If you don't, I hope you get what you want. They're still counting votes, says Vignesh. It's a seesaw race. Won't get a final answer till maybe later today or tomorrow. Hoping for the best, says Vignesh there. I'm sure he said that before. But I tell you who it's nice to have back. Anthony Martial. I think Martial is
100%.
I can't moan about it anymore because it's over. But I still have a real issue, and it's great to have Martial's back up front, because I think he's the only forward that we've got who actually can play that role properly. But it still really frustrates me. And could we see interchange of positions there? Says who was that? Who said that? Sohan. And I'm sure we will do. But also, it really frustrates me that he had to miss three and a half games, because he was sent off well in the first half against Spurs. So we've missed 3.5 games for a little slap that Lamella dived about, and Lamella hit him worse first. I just think it's a massive injustice. If Van der Beek does well today and then not start him against the tactically gifted Everton, I'm going to get out the caravan. Ollie is driving. It's not broken. Don't fix it. Well, this is the thing, Shiraz, and I think that's an interesting point, isn't it, Flex? Because if we win well tonight, or we play well, we could play. It could be a really good performance and we win 1-0 because Istanbul are better than we're giving them credit for. We could play really well. We could win the game, and then he could change the team again. We don't beat Everton. I tell you what, if he does do that, Saturday night, he'll have a lot more people Ollie out than that they are now. I feel that he's not in the last chance saloon, but I think that it has to be a turning point now. To be honest with you, I really like Paul Pogba, but I don't, like that person said about 20 minutes ago, I don't want to talk about Pogba anymore. For me, he shouldn't be starting games, and I'm not really bothered when he comes back in the team, because I don't feel like, it's not like Bruno or Martial. I'm not like, bloody hell, we've got to get him back in the team. With Pogba, I'm a little bit like, he ain't playing that well at the moment.
You're bored of it.
He's not playing that well at the moment. When he does start playing well, let's have that conversation. But at the moment, I'm not really fussed about Pogba. Let's just get the team out. I think he's picked a good team tonight. Let's not change too much about it. De Gea comes in, Mata probably comes out, and that's it. 2 changes. But you know Lindelof's going to play.
Lindelof is going to play, and Harry Maguire is his boy. So, this want that we want for Tuanzebe to play. I almost feel like, what's the point in even wanting it to? Because we ain't going to change it. Like, he's not going to change it. Do you know what I mean? So, for me, I've left that fact. I'll leave it where it is. But you're right. It's got to be consistency. It's not even just about individual players and needing them to be a certain way. I just want to see Ollie show that he's going to go, right, this is my best team and I'm going to work on it. Because we keep chopping and changing. We're top heavy. We're topsy-turvy. We're not consistent. He's trying to shoehorn all our best players into the formation now because he's realised, okay, we don't have any width. Could we see just a normal classic 4-4-2? Would we ever see that? I don't know.
I'm really excited tonight. I mean, Sharath Kamasfit says we're all sleeping on Van der Beek's physicality. It's strong. And I'm really excited tonight because there's no guarantees with United. The amount of times we've prayed for a certain team or player to play or system, and then it doesn't work. We've seen a lot of that under Van Gaal and Jose and Ollie, to be fair. But what I'm really excited to see tonight is Van der Beek and Bruno in the same team. And I think Mata helps that as well because he's a baller. Matic will just do his job. And then Tuanzebe with his pace. I just think that the way the team is set up tonight, whether it works or not, I'm praying it's going to work because I just feel it can be the thing that sets us up. But look, I feel like it's a 2-parter, this one. whereby tonight is only going to be half time. It's what he does against Everton as well. Kieran Burke says, Ollie's just been interviewed, asked about bad home form. He replied, well, we just have to hope we're better in the next one. Sounds like the heads are dropping, says Kieran. Well, look, I think the heads are dropping, but I think the good thing about today is, and will Trump be a better owner than the Glazers, says Surab. I wouldn't mind it. I'd rather Donald Trump own United than the Glazers, to be honest. Because he's
flipping heck, I don't know.
he's such a big head and a show off. He'd want us to be good. But
yeah, maybe. Certain players might not be allowed to play.
He'd probably end up being the manager, though, wouldn't he?
Nah, I'm not having it, mate. Certain players would be out, mate. Certain players would be out.
Yeah, look, I'm not getting into it. But ultimately, I think that we've got to look at where we go with this game tonight. And I think that, Ollie may well be losing the dressing room and heads may well be being dropped. But to me, Flex, that's why the team selection tonight is good. Van der Beek is a professional footballer from Ajax who's hungry. Bruno is professional and hungry. Mata is professional and hungry. Matic is professional and hungry. Twansebi wants the opportunity. Maguire is his captain. Martial's not played for a while. Rashford's United through and through. The spine of that team, there's nobody in there that's either shit or not committed to the cause. So, look, heads might be dropping, but he's picked the right team today. And I'm not naming those people who've been dropped who are shit and not committed to the cause, but we all know who they are. I think he's picked a team tonight that, if this team doesn't perform, he's in real trouble, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, he is, but then again, if it doesn't perform, won't it just show the inconsistencies of, like, it doesn't matter who we play, who starts, who comes off the bench, what formation, it would show that there's inconsistencies there. Look, this is the problem I have as well, is that out of every game we play, right, where there's 3 possible results that can happen, right, I'm not surprised at win, lose, or draw of any of them. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost. I wouldn't be surprised if we won. I wouldn't be surprised if we draw. And I know that's kind of like a boring way of looking at it, but that's how I feel because of the inconsistencies and how you don't know what Man United is going to turn up. Do you know what I mean? Like, because Solskjaer can't get that consistency out of these players so far. And like Roy Keane was saying about the mentality, a lot of these players can't play 8 out of 10s consistently, or a minimum 7 out of 10 consistently. So, yeah, and that's my concern about this game, which I'm refusing to going forward. I don't know if I've just become I don't know if the Arsenal game was just the last one, but I'm refusing to just get drawn into isolated results anymore. And that's not me going to be.
I think it's great.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to be Mr. Negative when we win. Whenever we win a game, I'm not going to be that guy that, we get a really good result and I'm like, well, nah, Ollie hasn't done it for 15 games in a row, so I'm not going to say that was a really good win against Chelsea or Liverpool or something like that. I will celebrate wins because I want us to win. Do you know what I mean? I want our team to win games, but I just think us as fans, it helps. Well, it helps me cope. I don't know about everyone else, but it just helps me keep things in perspective because, as quickly as we win against PSG is as quickly as we lose against Arsenal, is as quickly as we crap against Brighton, is as quickly as we were okay against Newcastle, is as quickly as we were very good against Leipzig, back to we might be crap against Everton. So I just don't know. So I'm kind of just keeping it real, to be honest, and just keeping it in context, whether we win, lose or draw. Because if we win really well today, doesn't really fill me with massive confidence for the Everton game. No more than I would have now. Do you know what I mean?
I think that one thing that irritates me is that the absolute. I'm just checking on my phone there. We're only 100 subscribers away from 895,000. So please subscribe.
Boom.
Bottom right hand corner. Let's see if we can do it before kick-off. You've got 5 minutes. Bottom right hand corner
Come
to
on,
subscribe.
guys, let's go.
But what I was going to ask you as well is that I've had this a bit today. Like I'm quite honest about how I feel, obviously, and I said this morning I'm still very angry. I was angry with the press conference yesterday, and I'm still very angry now. And if Van der Beek played against Arsenal instead of McTominay, it would have been a different game, says Ethan. And Peter Frimpong says, with regards to Twansebi, if Ollie picks him and he picks up an injury and call him out for picking him, if he doesn't pick him, shout about it, says Peter Frimpong. No, I think you've got to play him, mate. You can't just... If he's a player that can't play a couple of games a week, then he shouldn't be at the club. If he gets injured, he gets injured. He's either going to be ready or he's not. It's time to play him. But what I was going to say is that, to me, it just feels that we live in a society that's very absolute. You're either Ollie in or you're Ollie out. I'm not Ollie out. So I suppose it makes me Ollie in, which I don't really think I am either. I just think at the moment I'm impatient. I'm pissed off and frustrated, and I'm operating in that grey area between where I think he's going to get the sack at the moment. I think we will win games, and we'll have more Arsenals and we'll have more Leipzigs, but that's not good enough. We need to be, and ultimately he'll get the sack for that as well. I don't think he's going to be the consistent loser that gets the sack quickly, but I don't think he's going to be the consistent winner that we need. I think what we're going to get is inconsistency, but this season won't be as shit as last season, and a few teams will do better than us, and we won't finish in the top 4, and he'll get the sack anyway. I think that's where we're heading, if I'm writing it. But
I see why you think that.
He's got to, if he goes with the team tonight and adapts that a little bit, he might find that consistency that gets him top 4, and that's what I hope happens, because I don't want another manager. I don't want another cycle. I don't want to go through what we've been through for the last 7 years. So I want him to succeed, but probably like you, I'm just very sceptical at the moment. If we win 6-0 tonight, I won't be there tomorrow going tactical masterclass. Well, I probably will, but I won't be saying, but I won't be, because I'll analyse that game. I thought he did it tactically very well against PSG and Leipzig, but then I'll be very wary of what's going to happen at the weekend, and I think that's where a lot of people are at the moment, and it's good. I think it's good that there is accountability.
Yeah, you got to have it. I was speaking to a young kid from West London today, and he said a lot of good stuff that I agreed with, right? And you see, when you said about a state of confusion, he said, like, I don't think it's Ollie's fault. You know, you look at the board, and I think that any manager that comes in will fail under this regime. That's what he said at the beginning. And I kept talking to him. And then he was like, we still don't know what our formation is. We still don't know this. We've got no consistency. All the things that are tactical. And I said, okay, then. So are you saying that we should just stay with Ollie because there's no one else? Should we just settle for it then? Or do you think that even under a bad regime, which isn't going to change, another manager can do it? And he said, and then when I asked him that question, he was like, oh, do you know what, Flex? I'm just confused. I'm like, I'm feeling that you're confused. And that's where people are, because Ollie is a really weird one as well, because when I look at the record and how he plays and what he does, it's never really, really, really bad where it's like, well, mate, you've lost the last 6 on the bounce now. You got to go. It's never that bad. It's always win a big one, trumble along, lose a crap one, pick it back up, win a good one, win an okay one, lose a couple of bad ones, win a good one. Like, it's so sporadic. And that's leaving a lot of fans in a state of confusion. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Okay, well, we'll speak to you again at half-time, Flex. Really appreciate you coming on. We got it sorted in the end, which is great.
We did. Yeah, cool. I'll see you then, man.
All right, I'll speak to you at half-time.
Nice one.
Cheers, pal. You can follow Flex on Twitter at FlexUTD. Ollie is too experienced to be successful, says Real New Money 818. No disrespect, a manager needs to be a leader of men, and Ollie was never that guy, even when he was playing. I'd sad to say, even if we win today, we are not sure about the weekend, says Emmanuel Johnson. Although Sunday was a disappointment, the result was close against a club of similar standing to our own. Today is a must-win. No excuses, says Greg Basham. I don't think it was close at the weekend, Greg, but each to their own. I really don't think it was close at the weekend. I think that they absolutely bossed us, and they should have beat us by more. But, you know, I think I realised why Ollie wanted Haaland. Our attack is miserable without a proper player to hold the ball up. Can we estimate just how much of the board's failure contributes to the manager's failure? Well, yeah, you know, Jadip's right. There is... I don't really think Ollie wants to play a diamond. I think he's forced into it because he didn't get the wingers. And Chris Grathwold says, I don't get why he hasn't gone and gotten at least one great assistant coach. It could save his job. Well, I suppose, Chris, it goes back to everything else. Is he strong enough? And OG Hayes says, is it worth watching today, or will I be disappointed? You know what? I've got to be honest. I do. For me, this week is all about Everton. I would be honest about that, but I also am excited by this team that we've got put out tonight. So, I think it should be worthwhile watching. Yeah. I don't get why I've done that one. And Michael Southcombe, sounds like Flex is talking about a mid-table team, Mark. Well, you know, we are a mid-table team at the moment, aren't we? I don't think we can't deny that. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, we're very close to 895,000. Lots to come on the channel tonight. We will have player ratings for you as normal in the second half, so you can vote for those. That'll be good, especially with the I think player ratings show is going to be very interesting after the game tonight. Remember, you vote for those. All thousands of you vote, and then it aggregates your player ratings. And there's a lot of players that I'm very interested to see how they perform today. And I think we need to be critical. You know, we do need to be critical. We do it with others. So yeah, we've got to do that. Also, what was I going to say? Solskjaer was talking before the game. I've just got these quotes coming up on the screen. We've had a good start in the group. We focus on this performance, and if we get 3 points, that's great. Sometimes names that people don't know about can be a surprise, but it won't be for us. We've analysed them, and we're really prepared. This is a game management. We've just rotated a few names. Dean has been great in the games he's played, and of course with the game coming up very sharp on Saturday morning, that's why we rotated a few positions. You see, that's it from Ollie, isn't it? Rotation. I need to write that down. It's very, very annoying that he's already saying I've rotated a few names with Saturday in mind, so you know what's going to happen. And he says it's strange times at the moment. For some reason, we've really performed away in the away games and some good performances at home that haven't given us a result. I don't know what good performances he's on about at home. There's no. What I'm trying to say is there's no game at home where you could say, yeah, we didn't get what we deserved really. But that does worry me about Ollie saying I've rotated a few people for Saturday, because you know who that's going to be. Obviously De Gea, Lindelof will come back, and Pogba, McTominay, and maybe Fred will come back as well, and then we'll be in the same boat as Arsenal. I think this team performs well today. They pick themselves a Saturday, but Ollie's got to follow through on that. But anyway, let's forget about that for now. First half is just kicking off, as you can see with the timer. And hi Mark, Ricky will be happy about Mata starting. What do you think about him being picked over Pogba tonight? Says Steve Locke. Stick with this 11 if we win tonight. Yeah, I'd like to see that happen. Welcome to the Members Club, Buba. And pick one, Mark. I will believe or don't go away. I will believe or don't go away. Don't go away, Racehorse Red. And Tom O'Duff. Mark, one thing I always think is that we could have named 5 signings Ollie has wanted and didn't get. How amazing our team would be if he just got them, says Tom O'Duff. Well, I certainly think Sancho, Bellingham and Haaland were 3 players that he wanted. He got none of them. Anyway, we're up and running here. Istanbul playing in their orange kit. It looks like a 4-2-2 at the moment. Donny van der Beek is playing deep, which is interesting. I'm quite pleased about that. Keep a tactical eye on that. He's definitely not a 10. Long ball up to Demba Ba, who beats Twansebi in the air, but Harry Maguire is there. So keep an eye on the shape here. Very interesting. 4-1-3-2, says Farjad. Bruno was pressing high, but so was Mata. But look, it looks to me like it's a 4-2-3-1. It is. It's a 4-2-3-1, this. But moving the ball around very quickly there between Van der Beek and Martial, and shit passed by Maguire as standard. I hate our away kits, says ABJ. Look at the press of Donny van der Beek there. It's so fast. Good to see, but we're out of position a little bit here. It's a fast start, but basically it's England's national team defence, says Sajid. It could be. Southgate probably wouldn't pick it, to be fair. Our kit is not that bad, says Mighty Michael. I mean, to be honest, you see a lot of their back, don't you? So it just basically looks like a white kit. But there we go. Look, Mata's out of position there. He's got back in now. Cross comes in. Twansebi clears it out. Chest down by Rashford. Nicely laid off by Bruno. And Bruno's got it down the left-hand side. Looks at the ball for Rashford to run onto. And he should get there. Oh, he's fast. Their left back. Good run there. But raining again. It seems to be raining everywhere we play at the moment. Love these kits, says Jared. People don't know what they're on about. Lucky jersey, let's go. And evening all, says Paul Robinson. Left back's on loan from Celtic, says Marcus. What's the lineup, says King 11. It's there on the left for you. I will be changing that in a minute because I don't think that is the right selection. I tell you what, Twansebi's going to have a tough game against Demba Ba today. You can already see that Maguire's very astute, you know. I'm going to have to write this down actually for after the game. You know, I've noticed this about Harry Maguire. He's quite smart in what he does. So what he does is, Harry Maguire is one of the best aerial players in the Premier League, and he's basically physical, isn't he? Notice how Harry Maguire doesn't take the striker. It baffles me. He doesn't take the striker, and yet he's the big, dominant, physical centre-back. He always palms the striker off. Like, it's always Twansebi. Well, Twansebi is the man marking Demba Ba, and Lindelof is always the one as well. It's interesting. Very interesting. Thanks for the super chat from Like a Boss. He says Skirtle's about to get smacked, and nice ball into the channel there, but Wan-Bissaka will deal with that. Scarlett says they should have started Fred. He's the guy right now. I think Fred probably needed a break, to be honest. Yeah, but Scott Panton's right. One of the members there saying Maguire wants to play as the sweeper. He always wants to play as the free man, and I think it's something I've wanted to mention for a while. I'll probably talk about it more in the match reaction, and hopefully we'll have won the game comfortably. But from a tactical point, I think it's always worthwhile keeping an eye. Keep an eye on Harry Maguire, how he always keeps himself as the free man. It's ridiculous. Lovely ball by Harry Maguire. Oh, Bruno on the volley. It would have been a cracking goal. It was a lovely ball by Harry Maguire, and it was a good volley by Bruno, but he just hits it out for a throw-in. But the ball's good. The volley, I mean, it would have been Van Persie-esque if he'd hit that in from that angle. He got it all wrong, to be honest. But yeah, it's a bit like Anthony Joshua and Bilbo Baggins living together. And when a burglar breaks in, Anthony Joshua sending Bilbo Baggins downstairs to go and see what's going on. Like, Harry Maguire is a big guy. He's a physical guy. He should be the one man-marking their centre-forward. And he doesn't. He leaves himself as the free man all the time. You know, you're not Luther Matthäus. You're a big physical guy. You should be marking their striker. And he doesn't. He makes himself the free man all the time. Here's Martial. United have started off quite well. Bruno might hit this. No, it's Mata. Oh, Martial. Pick it up again. Here's Bruno. Bruno's look. Oh, Bruno, sort your bloody passing out. Wins the second ball, to be fair. Nicely into Donny. It's a Bruno. Switches the play. Lovely to Luke Shaw there. Oh, Luke. Some good movement from United and some good passing from United. Just a little bit sloppy at the moment. You can clip that Anthony Joshua one if you want. But it describes Harry Maguire a lot. I like Harry. Brilliant ball to Bruno. But I think, you know, this is one of the reasons why he's underperforming for me. Is that he's just not doing the job that he should be doing for £80 million. You should be Koulibaly. You should be dominant. Van der Beek has a really good chance to prove himself. Full English defence. And I think Rashford needed a rest and to give someone else game time. Says why though? Still trying to get to grips with this team. Actually, it's I wouldn't say it's a diamond. That's silly. Oh, lovely by Donny. I like Donny in a deeper role as well. I've said this at the weekend. He can do Fred's role, which is exactly what he's doing. Joshua Bauer to Harry Maguire not marking the centre forward is like you ignoring your wife hearing a noise downstairs after a nightmare about sharks. If you know, you know. Yeah, send the wife down. Rashford on the edge into Luke Shaw. Nice bit of mobility from United today, though. Bruno's passing's a little bit off. First 10 minutes. 50-50. Ollie's off his seat, says Tony Garner. Please subscribe if you're new. We're 30 subscribers away from 895,000. Bottom right hand corner to subscribe. You can get involved with the channel. We're live every day at 8 o'clock and 10 a.m. Obviously live for every Manchester United game. We've got player ratings, show, fan cams, the lot. You can get involved here and you're going to love it. But it's a goal kick here for Dean Henderson. Into Donny, playing a little bit deeper. Lovely play by Donny van der Beek there. He's playing really well. Bruno gets it wide to Rashford. It's just that intelligence and pressing on the ball. Rashford needs to lay this off to somebody. Gives it to Donny van der Beek. Into Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw with the cross. Oh, my life. It's a lovely cross from Luke Shaw. You've got to question why. How does he not get more assists? That should be a goal. That to me should be a goal. There's nothing wrong with that cross. I mean, people are saying it's too fast. It's not too fast. It's people not... This is what Ollie was on about last season. Solskjaer would have scored there as a striker. Donny van der Beek's playing brilliantly. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, he slipped over there. He should have got the foul. Good shot, just over the bar. Tazio says that Donny is the best player on the pitch at the moment. He's playing really well, very exciting. Mark, I said Maguire hides behind Lindelof away from mistakes and he won't get the blame. I don't like him. By the way, loving cooking with Goldbridge, says Paolo Ramirez. Thank you for the super chat. Do you think in one of the Champions League games, Ollie should play likes of Mengi, Hannibal, etc.? How do you think Pogba should be sold in January at the earliest, says Anish. I don't think Pogba will be going in January. I don't think Sancho will be going in January. I think that you've got similarities there between the two. But is Bruno on the right? Mata on the right? I keep getting Mata and Bruno mixed up. I go do push by an apple, shake a tree. I go do push by an apple, shake coffee. To the left, to the right, jump up or down onto your knees. Just stretching my back. It's a corner for Man United. They play it quickly. Van der Beek is in the box. Here's Wan-Bissaka to Bruno. Lots of people getting lots of touches on the ball. Here's Mata into Wan-Bissaka. Good movement. Go on, whip it. Lovely cross. Ooh, Luke Shaw was in there. And remember, this is not a bad... Oh my God. Demba Ba, who was marking him? Who's marking Demba Ba? That is shit defending. What is going on at the back there? Bloody hell. Besiktas, or whatever they're bloody called. They literally just boots it up from a corner. He stood on the halfway line on his own. It's bloody memories of Slippy G. He's running through and nobody's marking him. What the bloody hell? It's the invisible man. Oh, Matic. What have you done? It's Matic's fault. What is he doing? You can't. This is bloody Champions League football. We've basically left a striker unmarked on the halfway line. It's the sort of thing you see at school in the last minutes when you're trying to win a game. It's basic. Oh my God. What is Matic doing there? That is a bloody disgrace, everybody. I'm telling you now. That is useless. Absolutely useless. Matic there, covering the defence, about as useful as a pair of glasses on a bloke with one ear. Awful. Absolutely awful. And I'm not joking. I've never seen anything like that. I'm really stunned by that. That is unbelievable. How do you do that? That's nothing to do with tactics. That is shocking. I'm not joking. That is absolutely shocking. If you're not watching, United have got a corner They clear it, and Demba Ba is stood on the halfway line, obviously onside because he's in their own half, not marked. Like, it's crazy. And I think Matic goes forward a bit because he wants a pass, but you should never do that. This is like, there's no justification for leaving a player up front on their own. Crazy. Absolute crazy. Oh, I tell you what. Fantastic super chat coming in here from Heyman. He says, schoolboy error. You don't leave your slowest player back from a corner. Well, it's not only that. It didn't matter how slow he was. He'd left him anyway. I honestly think United are in transition stage right now. We just need some quality wingers and defenders and definitely a leader, which Maguire is not. And that was from Barandina. And I've seen better defending in my local Veterans League. Shocking, says Craig Thomas. And shouldn't Ollie shout at Matic that there's someone behind him? Should have seen him from the sideline that he's unmarked, says Stego. And I just don't understand that. I'm really, really surprised by that. I'd have to watch it back. So we're still sure it's Lindelof and not Maguire that needs to be benched. He needs to be benched and never captain again, says Brad Lewis. To be fair to Maguire and Twansebi, they're up for a corner. You know, your centre-backs go up for a corner. We'd have to watch it back and see who'd been left at the halfway line. But I imagine it was Matic and Wan-Bissaka. Now, I think Wan-Bissaka went to get the ball, didn't he? And then Matic went to get the ball, and they both left it. I love Ollie, club legend, but Poch has to come in. Well, you see, it's this sort of reactionary stuff I don't respect, because that's an individual error, Thomas Allen. And so glad my birthday was yesterday, not today. What a present this would be, says Ryan Curley. We lack a ruthless mentality, says a goal, says Amy Assi. Nothing this team does surprises me anymore, says Taj Stewart. And the team should get some advice from Giggs, says James K. I'm not going to read what else he said. And also, that super chat was the best. Why was there no shout at Matic in an empty stadium, says Sharath Kamath. Actually, you're very right there. And Dennis says, this management is a joke. Why is no one shouting at Demba Ba? He's free on goal. What the fuck are they doing, says Dennis. You know what? Can I just do this? I'm going to stand corrected, because you're absolutely right. There's no fans in the ground. There's no fans in the ground. Why is no one shouting at Matic to stay on the halfway line? You know, and it doesn't have to be Ollie. It could be Carrick or McKenna. Bloody hell, I could have shouted it and he would have heard him. Just ridiculous. Not Matic's fault. Shaw and Basaka have to be on set pieces. Awful coaching, part of that too, says Pete Squire. Well, it's not Luke Shaw's fault. He was in the box for a corner, mate. These stupid players are going to get Ollie the sack. I hope not, says Samir. I'm stunned though. I'm stunned by that. I normally love watching Demba Ba run through one-on-one. It's one of my favourite clips in football. That's ruined. Thanks for that, United. You've just ruined one of my favourite bits. I love to see Demba Ba running through one-on-one, slipping it past the keeper. Not anymore. That's another bloody history lesson ruined. Anyway, they've got the ball. And it's not the stuffing out of United a little bit here. The coaching staff should have been yelling at Matic, letting him know there's an unmarked player. So Stephen, how would you not know that Demba Ba is up on the halfway line? He's wearing an orange kit, for God's sake. This is what bloody, orange fluorescent jackets are there for people to see you in the dark. It's floodlit. It's a floodlit pitch. How can Matic not know that Demba Ba is stood on the halfway line unmarked? He's wearing an orange bloody kit. If you blame Ollie for that, you're daft. He's not telling the players. To be morons, says Thomas Holmes. And might not be poor tactics on that goal, but it's absolutely poor coaching. How do you have all 10 men up on a corner, says Michael Rusnick. There should have been 2 on the halfway line. I think we'll see it at half time. Drew Laming, thank you. Welcome for the welcome the members club. Do you think we might need a Man United supporters club because this club is driving me to drink and I've been sober for 2 years? Says Ash Holland. Here's Luke Shaw on there. Well, we just need to get back into this game because I think we've played quite well. Offside. So what annoys me is though, I like this team that we've put out tonight, and it's now had its confidence knocked out of it because of a bloody defensive error. Another ball over the top. Oh, yellow card for Twan Sebi now. One-on-one. Oh, I'll tell you what, he could have been red. Well, he wouldn't have been red card because it went through to Henderson, but he's lucky that. I mean, everybody's having a shit game at the moment. Twan Sebi's not going to be starting against Everton, I can tell you that for sure. Poor defending that. Call a spade a spade. That is amateur from Twan Sebi as well. Ollie's run after Christmas was great, but don't forget the state we're in before that. Looks like we're heading into that direction again, says Green Grits. And just in, Glazers have officially submitted a bid for Denver Bar, says Daniel Luciano. And Mark, don't be so harsh on Matic, the poor bloke's eyesight's going in his old age. It's a good one, Joshua, actually. And I'm not Ollie out, but that's why I like animated coaches like Klopp and Pep. They would have been yelling at Matic from the sidelines. You know, the sad thing is, I've been saying this for a long time, that we need a new CDM. We haven't got a CDM. I don't think that could have been a red card on Denver Bar, on Twan Sebi, because the ball was never going to be there for him to get. We're 10 subscribers away from 895,000, so please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner, get involved. Decent free kick position here for Besiktas. I keep calling them Besiktas. I'm going to call them Istanbul. They're not Besiktas. Free kick into the wall. Here is focused United, focused Maguire, ignoring their attack, leaving them 20 yards ahead of our defence, says Iguana. And sorry, mate, keep cancelling and joining each after the month after I get paid. Love the shows, can't watch a United game without having you on the other screen. Big love, says Drew Laming. Thank you very much, mate. Very, very poor defending. United need new defenders if they want to compete against the best, says Ethan cleverly. Nice ball into the wing. Who's in the box? Rashford has to refuse the cross because there's nobody there. You can't just whip a cross in like that, Bruno. We've not got anybody in the box. And they want it a little bit more at the moment. $22 minutes gone. At least there's plenty left in the tank. Whoever's fault it is just sums up where this team is from a defensive and organisational point this season. No bloody leaders and no authority, says Robbo FM. Who are we blaming tomorrow? Just want to know. Is it all errors, Ollie, or Ollie's fault, says Kim. Well, you make your own mind up, mate, really, don't you? You know, that's surely what you do in life. We never defend well when Dan James don't play, says Robert McCormack. That's going to have to be Ricky's get out, Robert, isn't it? Because it's his man Matic. But it is communication. That's that second goal. That first goal is communication. So, pure and simple. You've got to communicate better than that. Come on, United. We will win this, mate. Let's have faith in our club. We all love United. We've been through tough times in the years, says Aidan Papworth. I thought we were playing well up until the goal. That's the annoying thing. Media after 100. What's this? Media after 100 matches and 270 million spent. Solskjaer is struggling to help United rediscover their footballing vision. How many have he chosen? Says Matthias. Sebi goes back to the Kuika. Here's a question from the live comments as well. It's from Sharath Kamath Fitness. Define our playing style. It's very difficult to define our playing style at the moment because I think it's so much of it is dependent on whether we get the players, working for us in the way that we want them to. Maybe Denver Bar thought it was a zebra crossing, says Robert McCormack. Dum. The old ones are the best. The old ones are the best. "26 minutes gone. Matic and Mata have been awful," says Cameron Story. I think Denver Bar is causing us a few problems, it would be fair to say. And Vignish says that we've missed Martial. His hold-up play has been very good. Every time we've dropped Lindelof for Bay or Twansebi, etc., our defence has been a shamble. Time to respect Big Victor, says God Henke. Good point. Good point. Well made. Here's Luke Shaw down the left-hand side. Into Martial. Good hold-up play. Strong by Martial. Come on. Press. Pogba is shit, says Jonathan Spillane. Well, he ain't playing. We can't blame that on him. But, what you've got to remember is good play by Bruno. He just needed to play Rashford in there. That was good play between Van der Beek and Bruno. What you got to remember is, what have you got to remember? That they're not a bad team. They only lost. They were 0-0 with PSG for a long time last week. You say you think we're playing well before goal, but all we do is faff around the edge of their box without much penetration. No style of play, says Fisticuffs. Mata needs to be subbed for Fred, says Terence Stewart. United should get up Meccano to strengthen the defence. Apparently they want him. What do you think, says Ethan Cleverly. And Magic left standing by a 35-year-old, says Wayne Greener. I tell you what, I cannot wait to see the second half because it's... I can't wait to half time actually to see that goal back. Because to me, it was I just want to see who was there with it. I don't know what's going wrong with the timer. It seems to be losing seconds. I'll have a look at that. Bruno into Mata. I don't think Bruno's been poor. I just think there's a bit of a witch hunt against Bruno, to be honest. We could contain Mbappe, Neymar, etc., but we can't contain Demba Bar, says Keep Metal Alive. Bittersweet that I feel nothing anymore when we concede or see us playing bad yet again, says Stephen Cherney. And Donny is looking the dog's bollocks. Must start against Everton, says Tom Boone. Now we're in trouble because this side are going to sit back after giving them a goal. And Ollie's giving it his all, but he shouldn't be the guy we're taking home. He's going to keep dancing on his own if we won. He's in the corner watching them kiss the opponents, says Jeremy Swaz Lynch. Well, remember, you'll be voting for your player ratings in the second half. I'll get the link in the video description for you. What we have got a link in the video description is lovely ball into Wan-Bissaka here. Whip the cross quicker than that. Time for Martial. And ball ref. Raphael knows it. What a tackle by Van der Beek there. That looked like good play by United, and Raphael, I felt, hit his hand. But good play by United. I think it was the wrong cross by Wan-Bissaka, by the way. But yeah, by the way, big shout out to Boohoo Man, who was sponsoring the watch along today. I mention it because they're giving 40% off exclusively to you. All you've got to do on checkout is use United Stand code in the checkout, and you'll get 40% off. It's exclusive through the United Stand. I'm wearing some of their stuff at the moment, Boohoo Man, and you can wear it too and look good like me. Thanks to Boohoo Man. 40% off. Link in the video description. Make sure you use it. Zoom bridge, says Peter Jones. Here's Wan-Bissaka. They are getting a lot of men behind the bat ball. Harry Maguire into Van der Beek. Oh, poor pass. And it's gone for a throw-in. Is Breezy Montana from Twitter reliable when it comes to getting information from within the club? Says Al Shafak. Never heard of him. It's about as much as you're going to get from me. Yeah, this timer, it's losing, like, it's slow. Gonna have to keep an eye on that. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Istanbul down the left hand side. Cross comes in. Good header. Anyone want to mark him? That could have easily been 2-0. Cross came in and the header went straight to Dean Henderson. Matic again. Not having a good game, Matic, I tell you. Mark, what is your prediction? Do you think we'll get still win, says Red Cosmos Devil? Yeah, I think we will come back into it, but it's just difficult. I was going to say that, actually. It's a good point. It's very difficult when you make a mistake in a game of this magnitude to, you know, they're going to play deep and on the break, and you've given them something to hold on to. Whereas 0-0, you know, they've got to be more expansive. You've given them a free goal. I just noticed Raphael is playing. He used to play for us. Remember, he was decent. A lot of hearts as Green Grits. Yeah, we all love Raphael. We all love Raphael. What's the difference between a pregnant woman and a light bulb? You can unscrew a light bulb, says like a boss. Ba-dum-dum. Matic, I think, has given a penalty. Or was it in the box? I tell you what, Matic is having a bloody disaster. I like Matic, but he's playing crap. Got the ball. Got the bloody ball. Donny looks amazing. Mark, how long do you think it will take for us to ruin him like we have with Maguire and Bruno? Says easy drop. I actually thought that was a good tackle by Matic. Think no McTominay means he plays against Everton, says Dean Corbett. Unfortunately, probably. And why are people interested in the fate of Ollie if we lose than the actual bloody game? Embarrassing, says Fangoria. It's a good position for a free kick here. And number 7 is their good player, Viska. Edin Viska. I think he's Bosnian. I think he's going to shoot. No, cross comes in, back post. Who's marking on the back post? Nobody on the back post marking there. For God's sake, we're defensively terrible. That is shocking, that is. Again, you've got to look at the captain. He's the centre back and he's good in the air. And he couldn't organise a piss up in a pub. I think he's terrible, Maguire. I really do. And I'm not talking about his defence. He should be organising. Nice, you see. Twan Sebi playing it out from the back there. Go on. Oh, play the... Wan-Bissaka on the right. Varun says, are you following the US election? It's more interesting than this. I don't really understand what's going on, mate. I thought Trump said he'd won. I don't think he has. Lacking leadership, yeah. We're not coached to retain the ball, says Leo, Man United. Lovely little ball into Mata. Lay it off. Cross comes in, Wan-Bissaka. Oh, Raphael's there. We're not coached to retain the ball. Ollie just puts the players out there in a formation and see what happens, says Leo, Man United. Well, they're breaking away again here. Look at Demba Ba on the back. Oh, he skips past Twan Sebi. Well in by Maguire. Mark, how can we keep defending Ollie? We lose this weekend and we have 7 points from 21. Absolutely pathetic, says Roronan Zorro. And is it just me or are we just trying to play 1-2s around the box and hoping one of them comes off? I've lost all faith in Maguire. He's pathetic, says Sarab. Well, he stood up, Ollie. Just a bit like me. What was this one here? Mark, can you do a watch along with Ricky when his favourite players are playing to see how he justifies all of their mistakes live? You just need to watch his fan cam for that. I'm fearing for Ollie, says Sean Collins. If it does happen, go all out to get Brenda Rodgers. He's our man, mark my words. Oh, Maguire again with a crap header. Is Bruno. I think Bruno's looked very lively. It might just be because Matic is and Mata are so slow that everyone else looks so quick with them. Just got to move the ball a bit quicker. That's nice. Now he's going to whip this. Oh, Bruno, whip it. It's a lovely cross. No, it's not. Maguire is the most quiet and timid captain I've ever seen, says Keep Metal Alive. Even my microwave makes more noise and has a more commanding presence than him. At least you're playing well, says Freddie Burrs. And my mate Henry Stone thinks United will get relegated, says Sam Rankin. And can we get a Going for Goldbridge episode on New Year resolutions, especially the annoying ones that nobody actually goes through with, says Alec. Give me a bit of time for that. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. Timer's gone wrong again. Oh, it's going to have to wait till half time. It's about 5 seconds out. Get a new timer. From the players we've sold in the last 5 seasons, if you could choose any 3 players to start for us, who would they be? Says Anish. Well, definitely Ander Herrera. Oh my God, the lack of pace for Mata there. It's a bad pass. Oh, for God's sake. Absolute shit! Absolute shit! Lack of pace of Mata. Poor pass by Bruno. But Harry Maguire, I tell you what, he may as well have come to my house on Saturday night for Halloween, and I would have opened the door in his full kit and I would have said, "You've come of a ghost, haven't you?" No, I'm Harry Maguire in a full kit. Useless. Absolutely useless. I'm telling you now, he couldn't pour water out of a jug if I told him the instructions were on the bottom. Watch this bat. I mean, Mata's got no pace. But look at this. He's got to make a tackle. He doesn't make a bloody tackle. Useless. Absolutely useless. Captain of the club and doesn't go for the ball. Demba Ba doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything. Bloody joke. Absolute joke at the back. That's your captain. That's your bloody captain. Couldn't tackle a packet of Watsits. Absolute joke. And I know he's not the only one. And I know it comes from the pass from Bruno. Lack of pace and matter he's done at this level. But defensively, you've got to put a tackle in. When that crash, he doesn't take accountability on crosses. Sevilla, watch him on the front post on both goals against Sevilla. Watch him there. There's loads of examples. Every time a cross comes in, he doesn't take any responsibility. You're the bloody captain. Do you think Nemanja Vidic is going to let a ball go past him? He'll get his bloody arse in the way if he has to. I'm fed up of it. It's because it's not a single moment with Maguire. He doesn't take ownership on crosses. He doesn't go and stop it. That never makes it to the back post if he doesn't put his foot in the way. Why doesn't he put his foot in the way? Oh, because I thought Demba Ba was going to do a pirouette skill. It ain't bloody FIFA. Go through the back of him. Put your foot on the ball. Awful defending. Absolutely awful. I'm bloody fed up of it. Yes! Martial! 2-1! Get in! That's more like it! And who gets the assist? Who gets the assist? Martial's back. Give him a chance and he'll score. Who's this? I think it's Luke Shaw. Lovely cross by Luke Shaw. Whoa, Martial. And an assist. What an assist by Luke Shaw as well. What an assist. Well, we've got one back. We needed that. We needed that right before half time. Well done, Donny. I think Donny van der Beek's played well. One of the few players that have. Come on. If you can, I tell you what, if we can come back from this, imagine the confidence we'll have. Give it to Luke Shaw behind you. Rashi. Oh, Van der Beek loses it. What's Maguire pointing at there? Dean Henderson's not going to run out. What are you pointing at? They're just killing us on the bait. Mark Maguire, Mata and Matic, good God, says Pete Squire. And I'm blaming the players. I'm beyond managers now, but fantastic. Donny van der Beek to Martial. We do need Fred. I'd get Fred off. Get Fred on for Mata. And I think this system will have a good chance. I mean, to be fair, you know what? This is a good point as well. I'm not going to lie. Robert McCormack, Wan-Bissaka, absolutely embarrassing positionally. He is a problem positionally, to be fair. And if Ollie sticks with a diamond, what about Sancho, says Lucas Sinfield. We ain't getting him. I hope Maguire can find his form at this point. Would you bench Maguire for Lindelof, says James Kang. Well, I don't think Twan Sebi filled himself with glory. Mark, Ollie has to go. The shape of this team is a disgrace. Where are people playing? Says Ben Anderson. And we thought we could play a high line with Twan Sebi and Maguire. Let's think again. We're looking shaky, says Vignesh. And I hope Maguire can find his form. But at this point, would you bench Maguire for Lindelof? I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will even see that it is Harry Maguire's fault on that second goal. I think he will go elsewhere for blame. He'll probably blame Wan-Bissaka, Mata, the pass from Bruno. But I'm telling you what a goal that is by Martial. If you give him a chance, he'll take a yard, and it's a lovely cross by Luke Shaw. But the story of that half, again, is defence. The defence is abysmal. And it's got to be better than that. It's got to be better than that. I've got to see the first goal again. But the second goal, I'm telling you, the second goal, people will say, well, you know what? It's not about that. It's about, it's about the bad pass from Bruno. It's about Mata being past it. Wan-Bissaka's got to do better. The reality is, the cross that comes in isn't a good cross. It's not a good cross. And I've seen Maguire do this about 8 times in the last 3 months. Whenever a cross goes in to the box, he doesn't put his foot on it. It's like he's scared that it might flick off him into the goal. I don't care if it flicks off into the goal. You're a centre-back. 80 million quid. The captain. You've got to take responsibility. You can't... Demba Ba doesn't do anything. It's all right him saying, I thought he was going to do a skill move. Well, he didn't. He didn't, and the ball went right past you. And then they've scored. You've got to block the cross, and he never does it. He never does it, and it really annoys me because he's the captain of the club. He's a centre-back. And I tell you what, Vidic and people like that, they would never in a million years would they let that happen. Bruno didn't create anything versus Arsenal, nothing today, gives the ball away all the time, but it's Maguire's fault, says Cobb Rosse. I mean, shut up. Absolutely stupid. Bruno hasn't even played badly in that half. I love this Bruno agenda. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep your Bruno agenda right up. Because I'm telling you now, where was this club after Burnley? Mid-table shit. Where were we at the end of the season? 3rd. Who got us into 3rd? Bruno Fernandes. Put some bloody respect on his name. What's Harry Maguire done in 18 months? Let's get real about where the issues are in this team, because it ain't bloody Bruno Fernandes. You want to get back in mid-table? Well, we are actually. Flex, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna calm down because I was just shouting around the living room. The shape defensively is shocking. There's no organisation. Harry Maguire, like you're saying, captain, leader, extraordinaire. He's supposed to be organising it. There's no organisation. When we actually have the ball, there's no organisation. Matic, for all of his experience, how he doesn't pick up Demba Ba and he's just through from one clearance from them is an absolute joke. He then makes another stupid free kick at the edge of the box as well. He's just having a poor game. And it's just a shamble. It's a culmination of errors and it's schoolboy stuff. This is stuff you literally would see on an under-7s pitch. That's what we're seeing defensively. Going forward, we'll talk about the goal we actually did score later, but it's been shocking.
I
First
can't
of
wait
all,
to see it at half time, that first goal, because I just can't
Oh,
understand what we're doing.
it was awful. Like, that's what I mean. We got to stay to that for at the moment, because realistically, we actually started the game okay. We were so comfortable. Van der Beek was working well with Bruno and Mata, and they're just knocking around passes. They're keeping it simple. They're trying to build themselves into the game. But that's not even... Look, Ollie's set up and tactics is one thing, and not being able to break that team down. But how we actually conceded that goal, you got senior pros on the pitch.
Embarrassing, mate.
We want... Pardon?
It's embarrassing. Well,
It's embarrassing. That's what I mean.
It's
embarrassing.
The players, and there must have been 2 defenders back. So one of them's wandered off somewhere, and then Matic has gone. But there's Michael Carrick, McKenna, Phelan, Ollie. They're all on the halfway line.
No organisation, mate. This is what I mean.
There's no fans in the ground. Like,
I was thinking maybe they're rattled. Maybe they're rattled because you can hear them little 25 people singing in the corner. They're rattled from that because there's been no fans. Because I'm telling you now, how shit that first half was. I'm so angry, that when Martial scored, of course you want to celebrate. Big up to Luke Shaw, by the way. Great ball. Big up to Martial, because you're feeding off... That's the first time we put something in. And, that's the first thing Martial had to go off, and he's taken it. 1 chance, 1 goal. Big up to them too. But I was so angry after it. Just
very quickly on that, because that is a positive. And, everybody says, well, it's... Martial has a crap game. This is the problem. If you give him a chance, he'll score a goal. We don't give Martial or Rashford, well, certainly not Martial. He doesn't get those chances. And if he gets those chances, he's very clinical. But we don't create enough chances for our strikers, and we haven't done for years.
We haven't, exactly. It's very, very simple. Everything is in front of Besiktas. Besiktas, I keep calling them that now as well. Of whoever they are. God, I'm so pissed off. I can't remember their name. Istanbul. Everything's in front of them. Everything's safe. And that's where you got to question the tactics. That's where you got to question what's going on. It's like they're just waiting for something to happen. Do you know what I mean? Bruno, look, he's by far the worst of the problems, but he initiates, in terms of the second goal, he initiates it with a sloppy pass.
Here we go.
Well, let's look at the first goal. Look, we're in control.
There's nobody. There's nobody.
Matic is there with Demba Ba. He's there with Demba Ba there now. I just saw it. So he's let him go from there. 10 seconds. Look, he's there with him.
He's there with him. That's a very, very high line. That's a ridiculous high line.
Look.
God.
Doesn't know where he is.
That's shocking.
It's Matic's fault. Matic, if you know, don't get me wrong, we are that high up the pitch, But Matic, if you know that we're that high up the pitch, see? Look at that. Look at that. That is a disgrace. Do you know what? Now I'm seeing it like that, Matic, cool. But what's he supposed to do, Mark? Where's the defenders? What's he supposed to do? There ain't even no point going in on Matic there. They've left him out to dry. We just had our whole back 4 in a line inside their penalty area.
Shocking.
Where's the 2?
Well, here's the second goal. Here's the second goal.
Chip ball from Bruno. Mata miscontrols it. Never going to make it up. Harry Maguire, you've got to do better there. It's just but it's not even just Maguire. It's a calamity of errors.
But he's been doing this for weeks. He did it against Sevilla. That's a slow cross.
Boom. Yeah.
That's not a good cross. It's so slow. And you just got to put your foot on it. Put your bloody foot on it. Make sure, at the end of the day, it's basic defending from Maguire there. Because all he's got to do is, he's not going to tackle him. He's just got to make sure if Demba Ba doesn't touch it, he stops it going past him.
That's a good header, that. What a good header that is, Martial, by the way.
I mean, here's a good point from Pumpkin Spice Latte. He says, confirmed now, Fred the most important midfielder. The team looks vulnerable and even Bruno looks weak without Fred interrupting opposition tackles. I can see why Ollie goes for McTominay. Matic is shocking. As for Mata, get him out the club, says Joe Holdway. Maguire, Matic are playing shit. Maguire doesn't even deserve to start above Lindelof. All his passing and position sense is awful. And Camilio 10 says, agenda towards Bruno. There is no need to play favourites. Imagine that had been Pogba. The pass he ignored to Rashford and the pass to Mata, pure crap, says Camilio. Mate, I'll stand by.
He ain't been that great. He ain't been great though.
I don't think he has been that great. But this is where people, in my opinion, let their agendas pour out. If Martial had scored, they'd have been saying Martial was crap as well. They go after the agenda player and they don't look at who's the captain of this team, who's organising the defence, who's letting a cross go across their body, who's not marking a player to let them run through one-on-one. We are losing 2-1, not because of Van der Beek, not because of Bruno, not because of Martial, not because of Rashford. We are losing 2-1 because our defence is unorganised and they're not communicating. The first goal doesn't even belong on a school playground. That's how bad that was.
What I'm saying is, who do they think they are? This is what I'm saying.
They're not organised. Our captain's the centre-back.
Madness.
He's £80 million and he's a centre-back. We shouldn't be conceding goals that are amateur. Whether somebody's given a pass away or not, I seen Scholes, Giggs, Rooney give loads of passes like that away that Bruno gave away over 10 years. But it never goes to a goal because you got someone like Vidic or Rio or Gary Neville who are switched on and can concentrate. And we just, I tell you what.
We can't do it. But
watch the Sevilla semi-final goals. Both of them, Harry Maguire doesn't bother to cut the cross out. I'm fed up of it. I could show you over the last 3 months, Harry Maguire, when a cross comes in the ground, he'd rather not touch it than try and block it. And I don't get it. It's such an important thing that maybe people who don't watch football or haven't taken notice of it don't. But I'm telling you, so many times when a cross comes in, he doesn't bother to block it. And I don't get it. It's basic defending, and I don't know why he doesn't do it.
Well, he hasn't been the player that we thought he has. He doesn't command his back line. He's not authoritative. He doesn't lead by example by having consistent, good performances and show others how to do it. That's where he's at. I'm looking at this freeze frame. Someone's tweeted it. Sporting Life has tweeted it, right? I'm looking at the freeze frame of just before their player clears it in their box. It's an absolute disgrace.
So high.
It's an
you can see Maguire in the camera angle. They don't have to pan to the halfway line. We're so high. I don't get that.
It's an absolute disgrace. I've just added you in it so you can see what I'm seeing right now, right? It's an absolute disgrace because you know what? One thing, okay, cool. You can look at there's no organisation and Harry Maguire, you're the captain. But there are 9 other senior pros out there, yeah? Internationals, experienced players. How on God's earth, whether it's Maguire's fault, whatever, how on earth does a professional football team as Manchester United turn up? And what happened to when you have a corner and someone leaves 1 up, Mark? You have 2 on them. You don't even leave 1-on-1, let alone Matic is not even on him. He's just standing by himself. But where's the 2 players that are supposed to be back for their 1? That's how you defend. That's how you defend. If someone leaves 2 up, right, you leave 3 there or 4 even. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's basics. They've just all run in the box. And I'm looking at this freeze frame and I can't believe my eyes. It's not even like he's on the halfway line, Mark. He's just about to get into our third. Like, it's a joke. And then the second goal, listen, Bruno plays a sloppy pass to Mata, gives him a difficult ball to control. Mata is good enough to deal with it, doesn't. Then he's too slow to recover. If Mata wasn't
past it, it was a bad pass, but it's a bad control by Mata. I cannot believe there are people with such an agenda that they're pinning that second goal on Bruno Fernandes. Oh my God, how basic are you? Like,
yeah, that's too easy.
No, but the thing is, it's Mata's lack of pace that makes it a terrible pass because he actually controls it, but he's too slow because he's being pressed. If that's Van der Beek, if that's Fred, if that's McTominay, that's not a bad pass. It's a bad pass because Mata's slow. Like, watch it back. Like, it's so simple to control, but he's slow and the player's on him. He's running through treacle and the player's on him. But even then, you can't really blame Mata because I'm telling you now, that cross shouldn't come in. Like, there's so much that goes wrong after the pass, which is apparently a bad pass, but it's actually because Mata's too slow for this level of football now. I've told you, if you're at home and you're playing Fulham and they're playing part of the bus football, playing Juan Mata. Don't play Juan Mata on the right side of midfield when he's got to track backwards and forward. He ain't got the legs anymore. He hasn't got the legs. Let's talk about that, Flex, actually. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. What do you do in the second half? Because for me, I think we are getting hit on the break for a lack of pace in the midfield. I think Van der Beek's done well. Matic has played badly. Mata's played badly. He's got to make a change in the midfield. I would get Fred on and take Mata off. And I think we can get back into this game because that goal before half-time was perfect. 2-0, I think we're in trouble. 2-1.
Well, at some points,
we can get
at some points, I'm not going to lie, I could see that it wasn't a diamond straight off and it was basically a 4-2-3-1.
I've liked Donny Van der Beek.
Pardon? Yeah, he keeps it simple. He's good. But you can see that Van der Beek was playing basically alongside Matic. But at times, I couldn't even put my finger on what we definitely were playing because it isn't structured all the time. Like when I was looking at it, I'm like, Matta's coming way off the right. He's not just coming in off the right. He's literally vacating the whole thing. And I like Matta, and I think, like I said, I do think he can create. He is a clever player. But that just killed us. I saw Rashford changing with Martial, where I was like, are we playing the two up front with Bruno just behind? At one point, Bruno was in the 9 position. Like, we're not disciplined in the shape, Mark. Like, I'm seeing Bruno just go everywhere. I'm seeing him. I know that he wants to get the ball, but
That's tactics, though.
Exactly.
I don't know what we're playing today because it's not a 4-2-3-1. I don't know.
It's just pathetic. Pathetic.
Anyway, look, Flex is going to be doing the after show tonight with KG and guests, so make sure you tune in for that. It's not the graveyard shift tonight, is it? Because it's a 6 o'clock kickoff, so they'll be live at about just after 8 o'clock. You can tune in for that. Lots to discuss. Flex, hopefully. I still think we can get a result.
McTominay's coming on. McTominay's coming on.
Yeah. It doesn't rain, it pours. Good old McTominay. He can't do much better. He can't do much worse. We're all saved. McTominay coming on.
Who's it for? Matter. I don't know. It's for. Trying to see. Pogba's chilling. Fred's chilling.
Anyway, we'll see you in a moment. We'll see you on the after show, Flex. McTominay masterclass coming in here. You can follow Flex on Twitter at FlexUTD. I don't know who he came on from. For Twansebi. So we're playing McTominay at centre back. Well, I'm stunned by that. Matic is probably going to go to centre back. McTominay to save the day, says DBX. First goal is why is Shaw in the box? He isn't normally there. Second goal, where is Shaw? I know you love him, but come on, says Jay Grimsey. No, I think you make a good point, Jay. No, I do think you make a good point. Where is Luke Shaw on the second goal? But the cross shouldn't come across either. It's not just Matic though. Shaw and Wan-Bissaka in their box. Why? That's match preparation on set pieces and simply who stays back to cover. Amateur, says Pete Squire. Harry Maguire ain't good enough to be captain for this club. He can't organise his defence at all. Want Ollie to explain how we get from having world-class games to bad games with the same players, says Alexander Ulvand. And thank you for the super chats coming in there. Appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. And this change could be the nail in the coffin if it doesn't work. I've no idea what the thinking is behind this change, says Bryce Jones. Well, I'm trying to give it to you. I'm going to try and give you the change. Big shout out to Boohoo Man, by the way, for sponsoring the show. 40% exclusively to you, United Stand viewers, nobody else. Links in the video description to get to the Boohoo Man page. I'm wearing some of their stuff at the moment, and all you've got to do is click the link in the video description and use the code United Stand on checkout, and it will knock 40% off for you, which is a massive, massive discount exclusively for you. So thank you to Boohoo Man. And as you can see, I'm wearing something. Well, I'm wearing a hoodie today because it's a bit chilly today. And the link's in the video description for that. But I'm trying to also grasp. Well, basically we're playing Matic as a left centre back, and Scott McTominay takes his role. I mean, look, to be honest with you, do I think Scott McTominay's a decent player? No, but can he play worse than Matic in that half? Probably not. I think Van der Beek, I've got to be honest, when we're doing the player ratings, I hope he gets a high score because he just looks right to me. I've loved how he's played deep. I love how quick he is on the ball. I love his energy. I love his speed. I just don't understand why we haven't... shocking that we haven't played him more. Gutted Ollie's taking so many risks with his selections. I feel he's really not helping himself. Love the work, Mark, says Scott Mack. Bruno's played badly this game, but Pogba's played horrible the entire season. People saying Bruno is the problem is ridiculous, says Uncle Drew. Well, let them think what they think. I will explain. On the second goal, we were in attack and Luke Shaw is expected to push forward, which he did. We had possession and lost the ball. The goal was scored within 5 to 10 seconds, says Sharath Kamath Fitness. Even Stevie Wonder can see the only effective attack they had was speed running in behind, and we sub off our fastest centre-back for Matic. Ollie out, says Michael Hawkes. Well, let's just see what happens. If I was them, I would look for speed on the break as well. I think you've hit the nail on the head there, but take some notes from half-time. He's in love with Scott McTominay, isn't he? He thinks Scott McTominay's Roy Keane. That's the problem. But favourite. Oh, terrible touch by Bruno. I mean, Bruno's not having a good game. Take him off. Bring Pogba on. I mean, I'm not above taking Bruno off, but what I will say is that he's definitely not the reason we're losing 2-1. I tell you what. The timer's on this one. Sorry, I haven't put the timer on the other one. I'll have to. There we go. Van der Beek out to Rashford. Trying to do too much there, Rashford. I mean, it's 3 players there, and he tries to take them on. I mean, it's just intelligence is lacking. We're trying to do too much. I wonder if Twansebi was injured. Ollie needs to start play Bruno and Pogba behind Donny in that midfield because Bruno is just terrible. Where is the sporting Bruno? Get Pogba on now, says Ashada. And you're like a petulant child. Negative comments already towards a homegrown player coming on instead of backing them. You're king of the agendas, says Uwar Cantona. Mate, I'm not king of any agendas, because an agenda is when you say something that's not based in fact. Like, I really hope that Scott McTominay has a good game, but he's been consistently shit, like he was on Sunday. So I don't agree with that substitution. But my big issue with the substitution is taking Twansebi off. As I said, we're playing against the quick team on the break, and we've put Matic at centre back. So Twansebi better be bloody injured, because otherwise it makes no sense at all. Bloody agenda. These bloody cancel culture prats who talk about agenda because it doesn't fit in with their agenda. Mark, I wish everyone notes that if Pogba is playing, guess who will be the scapegoat for this performance so far, but he's not, says Brian Borg. And Ollie needs... I've done that one as well. Here's a good comment here from Praveen. He says, we're paying the price for hungry for success, young British philosophy, more than a year and 140 million wasted. Mark, I wish everyone notes... I've done that one, sorry. Right, Luke Shaw with the foul. Matic has a brutal first half at CDM. So the solution is to move him to left centre-back and take Twansebi off, says Sean Finity. Never understood why we got in a manager that was never going to win his title, says Rorona. And how he took Axel off on My Mother's Life, it's disgusting, says David. Unless he's injured. That's the only thing I can think. Does anybody know if he's injured? Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. We're only a few hundred away from 896,000 on that road to 900k. At least we're on the road to somewhere, unlike United. So Maguire's actually moved to right centre back as well now. Well done, Luke Shaw. Does well there. I probably would take Bruno off, you know, his passing has been shit today. Free kick to United here. Well done. I think Mars. I mean, has anybody done well today? Because I think that that's a terrible tackle on Bruno. By the way, should be a yellow card. That. Oh no, he got the ball. He got the ball. Raphael, he got the bloody ball. We'll let him off. We like Raphael. He did get the ball though. This is truly dreadful. What we're doing here? What is the game plan? Says Ian Webb. And Maguire is the problem. Twansebi was brilliant against PSG. Got no reward from it. Feel like he's put Matic at centre back for some organisation at the back. Says Luke Hamilton. Yeah, well, Ollie will throw people under the bus who we can do it to. He won't do it to Maguire, will he? Because he loves Maguire. But free kick here. It's a decent area for Bruno to have a shot actually. But I think there's two players that have come out of this game with something, and that's Anthony Martial and Donny van der Beek. They're the two players that I think have done decently today. I think Matt has taken this. Oh, good shot by Bruno. Good save by the keeper. Luke Shaw with the cross. It's a decent free kick. Well done, Luke Shaw. Recovery pace. Back to the keeper. You negative shit. Play it forward, for God's sake. We're losing 2-1. Sharath Kamath Fitness says Bruno doesn't play like this. Mark, it's like all Brighton to Vardy kind of passes. I ask Ian, what is Bruno doing in the centre circle? Done with Ollie. And it's days like today I start to wonder if someone used to working on a low budget like Poch could get more out of these players, to Steve Howard. I mean, I think Sharath Kamath Fitness makes a good point there. It's almost like Bruno Fernandes is being told to hit the long pass all the time. I mean, it's not a terrible free kick by Bruno, but it's a bit central, to be fair. Tactical changes, other defenders on the bench. We will destroy Bruno by playing with mediocre players where he feels he needs to do everything and try to do too much, says Nitin. Oh, McTominay gets turned by Demba Ba. I mean, Demba Ba has basically bullied every player of ours this half. Scored a goal, made a goal. Matt, I don't know why Matt is on the pitch, you know. Here's Raphael. He likes to whip a cross in. Oh, that's a lovely cross. And it will go for a goal kick. Or will it? God, what a tackle by Van der Beek. And Rashford again. What is he doing? Too many players around you, Marcus. Pass it. Yes. Mata. Oh, come on. What a tackle by Van der Beek. He's got to play. And not as a number 10, as a box-to-box midfielder, he's got to play because his tackling has probably been the most impressive thing about him. I tell you what, that's one thing we have done tonight that I've really, really taken a lot of satisfaction from. How is Donny van der Beek not been starting games for United? And how has it taken till November? We started this season in September. How has it taken till November for us to for our management to realise he's not a number 10? Like, as I said, did they not know where they bought him from? Matic, Martial, oh, trying to be a bit clever there. Mata. Oh. Nice by Bruno. Give it him back. Oh, unlucky. Better from United. A little bit better. I'm sure he'll be looking to bring Pogba on at some point. He's going to have to take Mata off, isn't he? Good tackle, Wan-Bissaka, that. Good ball, McTominay. That's better. Really good. Free kick. Yeah. When Cavani leaves, McTominay will get the number 7 jersey, says Edgar. And Zane says Obama who? And I think Maguire has too many yes men around him. With Ollie taking Twansebi off yet again, he's going to think it's not his fault. He needs to be told for him to have any chance of improving, says Luke Mason. Very good point. Cavani's coming on. Oh my fucking God. Oh, for fuck's sake. I do not believe what he has just done. Oh, forget it. I'm off. Took bloody Van der Beek off. I cannot believe he's took Van der Beek off. I cannot believe he has taken Donny van der Beek off. What the bloody hell is he on about? What an absolute shocking decision. I can't believe it. Well, I suppose he might be looking at Everton because, well, no, he's not took Rashford off. Good run by Bruno. Cavani's come on for Mata and Pogba's come on for Van der Beek. I'm Ollie out, says Uncle Drew, and been watching Van der Beek on his own. Off the ball, he has been commanding people to get forward and positioning himself well, says Keep Metal Alive. I just feel sorry for him because he's been man of the match. You know, you can't really give him man of the match now because he's been taken off with half an hour to go. But I'm almost speechless by it, to be honest. Crap pass by McTominay. Switch the ball to Rashford. Cavani. Well, he's not going to get a penalty for that. Pogba's on as well, isn't he? So I'd say we're probably lining up a little bit like that now. Not totally convinced that that's how we're doing it, but something like that. What do you think about it? I mean, been watching Van der Beek on his own. Off the ball, he's been commanding people to get forward and positioning himself well. Says keep Metal alive. You know your defence is bad when Phil Jones would make it better, but seriously, Ollie has an agenda against good players, although with those subs apparently, says Deep. And there is clearly favouritism in the team by Ollie. This totally proves it. He loves McTominay and dislikes Van der Beek, says Neil. Mate, if I'm somewhat confused by his team selections and substitutes in this second half. And if anybody knows what he's doing, then let me know. But he will sack himself. If Twansebi's not injured and Van der Beek's not carrying an injury, then he will sack himself. I don't know why you would take off a player who has been the best player on the pitch. If Van der Beek doesn't start against Everton, then I don't know what to say anymore, because he was fantastic. The comparison between Fletcher and McTominay should end. Apart from they're both blonde and Scottish, I find it simply an amazingly lazy comparison, says Red Baron. I agree with you, mate. It's shocking, really. Look at that by Demba Ba. Just bullies McTominay off the ball and then tries to shoot from halfway line. Yeah, I love Bruno Fernandes. Van der Beek should still be on the pitch. If you want to get Pogba on the pitch, take Bruno off. But to be honest with you, the Bruno Van der Beek thing is lazy, because Van der Beek played nowhere near where Bruno plays. He was playing in a box-to-box role, and that's why I really enjoyed Van der Beek today. He proved he can play in a deeper position. But we seem to be all over the place now. This formation looks ridiculous. What's he doing? He subbed our best defender and then our best midfielder. What the hell is going on? School ground tactics from Ollie, says Shadman Salam. I think we'll get a draw out of this. Nice ball by Bruno. Martial keeps it in. And it's a corner. Does well. And Martial's had a good game. Lovely ball by Bruno, that. But look at the control by Martial there. Probably wasn't a corner, to be fair. But keeper catches it. Is anyone back from the corner this time? No, I don't want to get that. Is Cavani in the box? To be honest, Cavani looks a bit sharper, which is good. We need him to get fit. And Bruno has looked a little bit better since he's gone a little bit wider. Takes Donny off, plays McTominay and puts Matic centre-back. Ollie is football's trump. He has to go. Don't have an agenda against Ollie, but he's not good enough, says Edward Walters. I think he needs to get a result. I mean, look, the sad thing is, if we lose this game tonight, you sort of give up the initiative, don't you? Because 2 very good results. Lovely ball by Pogba to Luke Shaw. Well played, Luke Shaw, into Martial. You give up the initiative, really, because we beat PSG, we beat Leipzig, but then if you lose against the Turkish side, you open the door up, don't you? Ollie's finished tactically, says Paul Farrell. Bruno. I'll tell you what, we are passing the ball a bit better. Cavani, Matic, Bruno. Mark Ollie must be trying to get sacked, says Joel Crawford. I just got a WhatsApp from a mate. He says, Ollie out, stupid CUNT. And that's the end of the message. "20 minutes to go. We'll have the player ratings. Give Donny a big score. That's what I'm going to say. We're 200 subscribers away from 896,000. So please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. Let's get something positive out of tonight, because I'm not convinced United are going to get it. We will have the... I've got my match reaction, where I'll be talking about what I think about the game, and also be doing your player ratings compared to mine. Remember, if you do get voting when it opens, mark every player out of 10, 6 being average. And then what we do in the match reaction is I'll give my mark out of 10. I'll click the thing and it will aggregate your thousands of votes. So that's good. Here's Pogba. And then after my match reaction show, Flex is live for an hour with the fan rating show, with the fan forum show, with KG talking about the night. And at the moment, that's Dean Henderson. I mean, Dean Henderson will be pissed off, really. I mean, it's a bit like De Gea, isn't it, when he's conceded goals. I don't really think Henderson can do anything about either of the goals, but you still don't like to concede them. You want to be keeping clean sheets, don't you? And he's not really been tested apart from those 2. I mean, here's a question for you. What do you think about Rashford tonight? You know, I know we've focused on Maguire and Matic and Mata. Another bad pass by Matic there. And, you know, we're not happy with the substitutions of Van der Beek and, you know, McTominay coming on. And, you know, Bruno's not had a great night either. But what about Rashford? Here's Luke Shaw to Cavani. Pogba. Bruno. Nice little touch there to McTominay. Back to Pogba. Man, Raphael reads it. I think Rashford's had one of those nights where he's tried to do too much. I don't think he's had a bad game. I'd probably give him an average so far. But I think what he has done is he's sometimes had 3 players about him. And he's tried to go past 3. And I think sometimes just play the ball, pass the ball. See, that's not a good ball by Pogba. 72 minutes. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Big shout out to Boohoo Man, by the way, for sponsoring the show. 40% off exclusive to you. I'm wearing something at the moment of theirs. You can too. Link in the video description. And when you check out with your clobber, you can get 40% off by using the code UnitedStand, and you'll get 40% off. Thank you very much to Boohoo Man. I think United have looked... I tell you what, I don't think we've seen a massive difference, if I'm honest with you, between the first half United and the second half United. I think what we have seen is just defensive errors in the first half. Ollie wants severance in time for Christmas, as James Cutbush. Yeah, back to Norway in the snow. And if you need consistency anywhere on the park, it's at centre-back. Swapping the pair in every game is no good, says Dazu W. Mark, why does it look like our strikers can't do proper runs between themselves? We always know when De Bruyne has the ball, Sterling is running, says Michael E. And welcome to the Members Club, Deep. Thank you very much for joining. It's a good ball by McTominay. Whip it first time, Aaron. Oh, for God's sake. You see, McTominay plays a good ball there. It's there to be whipped. Don't... And again, it's a good ball by McTominay. That's more like it. Gets the cross in, not so good. See, that's better from Scott. Two good tackles and two good balls and a good tackle. Better. He's the new Roy Keane. Well, PSG are playing Leipzig at 8 o'clock tonight. So another 2 subs coming on. Fosu Mensah and Greenwood. I don't know who Fosu would come on for. Of course, you can make 5 substitutions. Rashford and Wan-Bissaka. Take your time. Well, it looks to me like those sort of substitutions are more about looking at the weekend. They've got a bit of space to run into here. Not us. Oh my God, look at the way he just moves away from McTominay there. That's what I'm on about. He's got the turning speed of a dead hippo. Into the box. Is that a corner? Goal kick. Anybody who thinks Martial is a striker doesn't know football. Cavani should be starting at the 9 and Donny at the 10. Where is Mason the best? There's a shard. Mate, you don't know anything about football. Donny van der Beek's not a number 10. Mark, say something to make me happy. Brother United have been giving me serious depression. Thank you for all the content through the ups and downs, says Bryce Jones. Well, I'm looking forward to the morning show tomorrow when we can tactically dissect this bullshit. But remember, we've got the player rating show before that. Pogba needs to drop deep and swap with McTominay. Needs to be there. The one on the ball creating. Now there's no threat off the counter, says Ian Webb. And fullbacks aren't creating enough. Warren Wan-Bissaka is absolutely useless going forward. He is a detriment in games like this where we aren't under constant pressure, says CURCell20. Thing about Wan-Bissaka is he's sort of the last couple of games he's lost it again, hasn't he? I think, you know, he's sort of lost his positional sense is bad, and he's, you know, going forward he's not been very good either. Oh, watch out, Demba Ba. He could have bloody broken Harry Maguire's leg there. That's a goal kick. Player ratings is up on the website, unitedstand.com. If you want to get it, you can get it. I'm going to put it in the link in the video description in a minute as well. But if you want to be one of the first ones to do it, mark every player out of 10, 6 being average, and you can start doing those votes for the after match show. Denver Bart's a very lucky boy there. I think that was a nasty little foul. You nasty little shit. What am I doing? Typing on the wrong bloody laptop. Double substitution for Besiktas. I keep calling them Besiktas. They're not. They're not Besiktas. They are Istanbul. And they're going to get 3 very good points here with 10 minutes to go. I've dropped the link in the video description. It should be there for you. You can go and do your player ratings. In 10 years, Man United and Liverpool have swapped places. Who said that? You're very, very right. Jack Massey. And terrible tonight. Ollie to blame for me. No game plan at all, says Free Smoke TV. Just keeping the ball with no intent. I wanted Ollie to do well, but can't see it. To be honest, it's not a result I saw coming. Many of you will have seen it coming. I didn't see it coming tonight. I didn't see it coming. I should have seen the signs anywhere. Who sang that? Pogba. Good tackle. Martial and Pogba on the floor there. Matic just pushed off the ball. He's on his own. And he wins a corner against the 2 donkeys at the back. Corner then. Pogba brings it away. Time for United to get back into this. Maguire's bounding forward like a hippo in a neck brace. Long ball. It's a shit one. We can play the whole night, but we won't score, says Reflection. We are no threat. Why Matic at centre-back when we've got 7 centre-backs at this club? Ollie's going full Cardiff, says Ian Webb. And I hope Ollie gets sacked if we lose to Everton. I'm Norwegian and think he's very poor, not even the best coach from Norway. I've got to be honest, I'm going to talk about this in the match reaction, but I'm surprised at how he's sacking himself at the moment. And I don't think he's going to get sacked. I repeat what I said this morning. Even if we lose to Everton at the weekend, he won't actually get the sack. But I'm surprised at the speed in which he's ruining it for himself, because this has not been good, as we know, and we've actually not done that much in the second half to get back into the game, and his substitutions haven't worked. And to be honest with you, since Van der Beek came off, I think we've played okay, but I thought we were playing a lot better with him on the pitch. I think we've lost a lot in that midfield, but what do I know compared to all the great ex-players and managers of the world? We're only fans, aren't we? Luke Shaw's got it here. Hey Mark, can you give a shout out to my brother James Johnson, says Dino. Shout out to you, James. Hope you're all right. Hope you're not. Probably be all right if you're not a United fan. Mark, my problem with this football is that I don't see any patterns of play emerging. And it all feels like do what you are best at and somehow get a goal, says Tushar. Way I look at it is, have we improved under Ollie? The answer is no. Is he a long-term manager? No. Is he going to win us trophies? No, says Sean Negative Turner. Welcome to the Stars, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Mark, continue the great work. Hope you and the family is doing fine in these tough lockdown times, says Alex. Thank you very much, Alex. I mean, the problem is that you've got to look at it tactically, and I think that tactically, what have we done in this second half? You know, not a lot. Crazy that Cavani hasn't got a chance to score in any of his appearances. Maguire should be benched rest of the year. Where is the Lindelof hate, says Anton. And welcome to the Members Club, Ian Webb. Well, we're in here, but I think Fosu Mensah, fortunately, well, fantastic recovery pace from Fosu Mensah there. Thankfully, it wasn't Harry Maguire, otherwise that would have been a car crash. Five minutes to go. Fucking hell. Bloody hell. Laid it down. Greenwood. Hit it. Oh, for God's sake. Is that a corner? I've been Ollieing, but I've this sinking feeling he has taken the team as far as he can, says Kieran. And I got a feeling the board may pull the trigger if we lose today. If we lose at Everton too, I think it's almost a dead cert with Poch lurking, says Ash G. Time to stand up and protest. We can't take this anymore, says Sick Boy. And Mark, Bruno has 1 or 2 below bar games and everyone wants him dropped. Other players have been average for longer, so why is he getting the blame, says Salah Ahmed. There's an agenda against Bruno Fernandes and I don't really understand it. I don't. Nice layoff by Cavani into Martial. I mean, Pogba's been shit since he came on, has he not? You know. McTominay's been crap again. Ollie is spineless, his favouritism. Too many yes men and false positives. Need someone with a pair to get at these players, says TK. That's a foul by Luke Shaw. Links in the video description for player ratings. Welcome to Daniel Derbyshire, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Really looking forward to all the players' social media tomorrow saying we weren't good enough today and we go again. Yeah, good point. Three minutes to go. I can't believe that we're not going to get any Turkish... I hate Turkish Delight anyway. I hate it. Luke Shaw. Go on, get another assist, Luke. Oh, headed away. 3 minutes to go. Bruno with a ball in. Harry Maguire heads it down. Oh, I thought he had... Oh, why does he... This is the thing about Maguire for me, right? He wins the header, but he's got no concept of what he's doing with it when he's won it. When I win a header, I can cushion it down. I can try and head it towards the goal. To be fair, he doesn't win that header. But, no, he does win the header. What's he doing? You could just nod it down to Martial. He just doesn't do anything positionally with his headers. They just... basically just lets it hit his head. He didn't used to do that for England and Leicester. Oh, that's a nasty tackle as well. Bloody hell. Book 'em both, ref. Two minutes to go for United in normal time. Please subscribe if you're new. We're only 100 subscribers away from 896,000. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. Please subscribe. Give us something nice for tonight. I'm just going to have a look at the player ratings on this screen I've got over here. Let me agree to that. So we've had a couple of thousand people voting already. Remember, you mark them out as 6. No, you don't. You mark them out of 10, 6 being average. Put a star next to your man of the match. Give Ollie a score at the bottom, and then it will let you submit your scores. Van der Beek is class. Does not play. Maguire is every minute. I have cerebral palsy and I want to walk out, says Sinead O'Donnell. Oh, come on. It's just horrible being a United fan at the moment, isn't it? Why is everyone assuming that Poch wants to come here after dealing with Levy? Why would he want to deal with Woody and the Glazers on a massive project, says Sean Finity. And yes, the board don't back our managers, but Ollie is to blame when we can't beat the lower teams in the league and Turkish farmers. No urgency in our plans, says Buster Nut. And why did Ollie do it, Mark? All of it. Why? Van der Beek 100% regretting the move, says Texas G. Three minutes added on. I think Martial's played well with a load of shit around him. Luke Shaw's gone down. Cross comes in, headed to the back post. Maguire. Oh! What? Oh! Was it? Oh! Off the line. Remember the day after the window closed, says Mike Boddington, we forgot that the Glazers set Ollie up to fail. Well, this Maguire heads it. Oh, he did clear it. Didn't go over the line. It wasn't over the line. It wasn't over the bloody line. How did we not get that? Another corner. I've always backed Ollie, but I do think this team is as good as it will get. Will be the same next year. All swings and roundabouts, says Alex Hornby. Martial. 2 minutes gone. McTominay with the header. So Maguire headed it. It flicked off a defender. It was nearly going in, and he cleared it off the line, and it didn't go in. Cross comes in. McTominay heads it. Oh, no, that's the other one. Oh, well done. Well done, number 6. I thought it was bloody in. It didn't go over the line. It definitely didn't go over the line. Some people in the live comments saying we don't deserve it anyway. You know what? In a way, you're right. I mean, I would always want Manchester United not to lose. We don't. What? GDS? Piss off! I've got eyes, mate. I've got bloody eyes. I don't need GDS to tell me it's not a goal. I can see it's not a goal. Like, who's getting any satisfaction out of that? In a United fan. Oh, I need to see it again. I need to see it wasn't over the line with technology. We know if it goes over the line because his arm vibrates. Crap ball by McTominay again. What is it about the last 30 seconds of a game where Scott McTominay hits a crap ball? I think that's going to be it, isn't it? No, he's playing on. Oh, crap header. Why didn't you control it? Well done, Fosu Menza. Go on, hit it, man. Hit it, Matic. Hit it. We haven't got long. Oh, go, 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 go. Martial fouls Raphael. It's not over yet. 50,000 watching. I wonder why. Tune in for the match reaction if you're here for that. That's the final whistle. Get in the bin. In the bloody bin. That's an embarrassment, mate. That is a bloody embarrassment. I tell you what, I'll keep... A lot of this is going to get back for the match reaction. You take your man of the match off with half an hour to go. You bring Paul Pogba on, who still isn't that good. Bruno wasn't that good today. Like, what is it? He takes Twan Sebi off, who's quick, and puts Matic at centre-back to play with Maguire, both of which played shit. Just baffling. Baffling decisions again. And it's hard to defend when he's making those decisions. And the big one for me is Donny van der Beek. Best player on the pitch. Man of the match. You take him off. What is your problem with Donny van der Beek? What has he done? He's heading towards the Zaha territory under David Moyes. It's really, really weird. Really, really weird. Links in the video description for the player ratings show. I think that's about 2 paragraphs down. Get over to the website between now and the match reaction. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being average. Put a star next to your man of the match. Submit your score and we'll go through that on the match reaction stream. Also, match reactions coming up in about 60 seconds. Link in the video description for that as well. Big shout out to Boohoo Man for sponsoring the show. Sorry we couldn't get the result, but if you want to get 40% off your Boohoo Man clothing, you can do that exclusively through the United Stand. Using the United Stand code on checkout through the link in the video description for Boohoo Man. Heading over to do the match reaction now. Lots and lots to discuss. I'm shocked. I didn't see that result. It was all about Everton for me. And United have failed again. Disgusting. Lots to talk about, and I won't be holding back. Link in the video description for the match reaction. Get your player ratings, and I'll see you there in a mo. Thanks for watching.